The time has come, and it's something no one really prepares you for. We're now in the final stretch of Mercury Retrograde, and most people aren't ready for what's about to happen. This isn't a smooth finish. The last 24 hours before Mercury goes direct are the wildest, most unsteady part of the whole cycle. You've probably heard all about Mercury Retrograde, but what about the aftermath? Sure, it ends tomorrow, but if you don't deal with what's still hanging around today, you'll carry it with you into what's next. Here's the deal. What you do today, your words, your choices, what you face or dodge, doesn't just vanish when Mercury shifts. It sticks and shapes what's ahead. That's why there are key things you need to tackle before this retrograde wraps up, or you'll feel the effects linger for weeks. There's also one unexpected feeling that might catch you off guard today. Don't brush it aside. I'll get into why it matters later, so keep reading. But first, let's clear up something you've been told that's just not true. And if you don't see through it, you could miss out on a huge chance to grow. People often think Mercury retrograde is a bad thing, like some kind of cosmic slap on the wrist. But what if that's not the case? What if it's actually a rare moment to take a hard look at yourself? This isn't about just getting through the mess. It's about noticing where the mess shows up in your life and doing something about it. This retrograde has highlighted where you talk without hearing, where you sidestep honesty, where your limits still wobble. That wasn't meant to hurt you. It was meant to show you. Now, as it's winding down, you're at a turning point. This is your shot to set a new bar for yourself. The fear? That's just background noise. The real strength comes from deciding who you'll be when it's over. You're not here to dodge the storm. You're here to take charge of it. Here's a tip you won't find anywhere else. Before Mercury retrograde ends, make a mess on purpose. I mean it. Toss your clothes around. Scribble random stuff in a notebook. Unfold your laundry. Spill some water on the floor. Then, clean it up slowly, with care and attention. This isn't just a weird chore. It's a meaningful act. We've been taught since we were little to dread messes, mistakes, and being wrong. But right now, in these last retrograde hours, you can flip that script. When you create a mess deliberately, you're telling the universe, I'm not scared. I can bring things back to order. I'm in control. This isn't just words, it's action, energy, a signal. It says, I'm not afraid of things going off track because I know how to get back on. That's what this retrograde has been about. Facing your inner chaos, staying calm, and sorting it out. If you don't learn to handle disorder with ease, it'll grip you hard, and not in a fun way. Now that you've shown you can tame the wild stuff, the real challenge kicks in. As we head into the final hours before Mercury goes direct, something else is stirring. Something you can't see, but might sense if you pause. You're not alone tonight. Spiritually, energetically, there's a presence, your guides, your past, your higher self, watching closely. Not to judge, but to see what you figured out. What did you face? What did you skip? What fell apart, and what did you fix? They're sizing up what's next for you. What doors open? What gifts you're ready for? What paths you've earned? This isn't chance, it's a turning point. You don't need to be flawless, just awake, here, aware of your own strength. So tonight, act like your best self is right there with you, because it is. Speak like your words carry weight. Think like your mind builds your future. Move like someone who knows they're being seen. Show up as the person you're stepping into. This night reflects who you'll become. Time's running out. Some things only work when you catch them at the right moment. And that moment is now, not tomorrow, not next month, not when it feels easy. Mercury retrograde has had a lot of us holding back. Words stuck, emotions buried, choices on pause. But here's something most don't realize. The end of retrograde opens a brief window to let it all out. And that window's closing fast. If there's something you've been aching to say, don't overanalyze it. Maybe it's a truth you've kept quiet, a text you typed but deleted, or something you've practiced but never shared. This is your time. If you don't say it now, it'll rattle around inside you louder than if you just messed it up. It doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be free. Spiritually, keeping it in too long weighs you down. This isn't about being reckless. It's about lining up with what's real. The sky's giving you a green light to let it loose. Say it to someone, to yourself, to the world. If you don't, That unsaid energy might haunt your next chapter. Speak now before it's locked in. What you let go of wasn't a flop. It was a start waiting for the right moment. Mercury retrograde loves to throw curveballs, making you doubt your ideas, stall your plans, push pause on what lit you up. But that doesn't mean what you dropped was dead. Retrograde doesn't kill what's yours. It tests it, refines it, makes you show you mean it. Now, before Mercury shifts, take a second to look back. What did you give up too quick? Maybe a project you didn't finish, an idea you shelved, a talk you meant to have but didn't. Revisit it now. Does it still pull at you? Does it feel right? Or has it faded out? The universe hits pause, so you can pick what's still worth your energy. This isn't about dragging old stuff back. It's about seeing what still fits who you're becoming. Pick one thing you set aside. Give it a fresh look. If it clicks, don't wait. Move on it now. When Mercury starts rolling again, you want to be ready to run with it. What you focus on today sets the stage for tomorrow. This is the moment when things start to stick. The last 24 hours of Mercury retrograde aren't just a finish line. They're where your next step takes shape. Most people coast through it, not realizing what's at stake. If you spend today stuck in frustration, scrolling mindlessly, or letting negativity take over, that's what you'll carry forward. Not as punishment, but because this window locks in your vibe. But here's the flip side. If you zero in on what matters, clear your head, set your sights, say what you want, sit with your worth, you're building what's next with purpose. Light a candle, jot down a goal, revisit a plan, talk it out, hold something that ties to your dreams. Picture the you you're stepping into. Every move, every thought today is a vote for what's ahead. Don't let it slide by on autopilot. This isn't just another day. Tomorrow, the window shuts, and what you leaned into starts to grow, whether you planned it or not. Choose with care. This is how your future takes root. If you feel like crying today, it's not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. I mentioned earlier there's one feeling that might sneak up on you, and this is it. There's something different about today's emotions. It's not just a bad mood or stress. It's deeper, like something buried is pushing its way out. You might be fine 1 minute, then suddenly feel a knot in your chest or tears welling up. It's not random, it's your system letting go. These final retrograde hours shake up what's been hiding inside, not to drag you down, but to lighten your load. If tears come, they're clearing out what doesn't belong in your next chapter. You don't need to pin a reason to it. If it hits, it's real. Holding it back just makes it heavier. Maybe it's about something you thought you'd moved past, or a hurt you didn't even clock. Afterward, you might feel a mix of relief, confusion, even calm. That's the shift happening. Letting it out isn't falling apart. It's your body and soul saying, we're done carrying this. The less you haul into tomorrow, the freer you'll be. If it comes up, let it flow. It's making room for what's next. As Mercury retrograde draws to a close, there's a subtle shift in the air that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention. This isn't just about the chaos winding down. It's about what you've uncovered in the process. Think back over the past few weeks. Where did things unravel? Where did you stumble? Those moments weren't accidents. They were clues. The disruptions, the delays, the misunderstandings, they pointed straight to the spots in your life that need a reset. Today, before the cycle flips, take a quiet minute to look at those clues. Write them down if you can. What patterns popped up? What kept tripping you up? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about seeing what's ready to change. Now, let's talk about forgiveness, because this is a big one that gets overlooked. Mercury retrograde doesn't just mess with schedules or tech. It stirs up old conversations, forgotten promises, and buried grudges. Maybe someone's name keeps floating into your mind, or a memory you thought was done keeps replaying. That's not random. Today's the day to let it go, not for them, but for you. You don't need to call them up or hash it out. Just decide, right now, that you're done carrying it. Picture it like dropping a heavy bag you've been lugging around. When Mercury shifts tomorrow, you don't want that weight slowing you down. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It's clearing the deck for what's next. There's another layer to this final stretch, your space. Look around you, your room, your desk, your car. What's piled up during this retrograde? The clutter isn't just stuff, it's energy. Every stack of papers, Every unwashed dish, every forgotten to-do is a little anchor holding you back. Before the clock runs out today, pick one spot and sort it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Start small if you need to. Toss what's useless. Organize what matters. This isn't just cleaning. It's a signal to yourself and the universe that you're ready to move forward unburdened. A clear space tomorrow means a clearer mind to step into what's coming. Let's switch gears to something practical. Your plans. Retrograde has a way of throwing your goals off track. Projects stall. Ideas fizzle. Motivation dips. But that pause wasn't a punishment. It was a filter. Today, pull out one thing you've been meaning to do. Something you started but dropped. Or even something new that's been simmering. Give it 5 minutes of your time. Sketch it out. Make a list. Send that email. Just start. The point isn't to finish. It's to wake it up. When Mercury goes direct, that little spark you light today could catch fire. Don't sleep on this. It's how you turn a stalled dream into a living one. Here's something else to chew on. Your words have extra weight right now. During retrograde, communication gets tangled. Texts get misread. Calls go sideways. But in these last hours, there's a flip side. What you say today sticks. So be intentional. Tell someone you appreciate them. Say something kind to yourself in the mirror. Write a note about what you want to see happen next. It doesn't have to be grand, just real. Those words aren't floating off into nothing. They're planting roots. Tomorrow, when the energy shifts, they'll start to grow. Choose them like they matter, because they do. Now, let's get quiet for a second. This retrograde has been loud, mentally, emotionally, even physically. But tonight, before it's over, carve out a moment to sit still. No phone, no noise, just you. Breathe deep and ask yourself, what do I want to take with me? What do I want to leave behind? You don't need an answer right away. Just let the question settle. This isn't woo-woo fluff. It's grounding yourself for the shift. The universe is listening, and so is your deeper self. That stillness might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's where clarity hides. Give it a shot. You'll feel the difference when tomorrow hits. One more thing. Don't underestimate the power of rest. You've been through a lot these past weeks. Retrograde doesn't pull punches. Maybe you've been grinding, stressing, or just keeping your head above water. Tonight, before Mercury flips, let yourself recharge. Take a bath, lie down, put on some music, whatever shuts off the noise. This isn't lazy, it's strategic. You're about to step into a new flow, and you'll need your energy sharp. Rest today isn't just recovery, it's fuel for what's ahead. Treat it like part of the process, because it is. Finally, let's wrap this up with a nudge. Trust yourself. Mercury retrograde might have shaken your confidence, made you second-guess your gut, your choices, your path. But here's the truth. You're still standing. You made it through the glitches and the grind, and that's not luck. That's you. As this cycle closes, own that. You don't need to have it all figured out tomorrow, but you do need to believe you're capable of figuring it out as you go. This retrograde didn't break you. It sharpened you. Step into tomorrow like someone who knows they've got what it takes. You do. Tomorrow isn't just another day. It's your starting line. When Mercury goes direct, it's not just a change in the stars. It's a shift you'll feel. The energy picks up speed. And what you're holding on to, your thoughts, your focus, your space, starts moving with it. This is where you either step up or get left behind. Most people will wake up, scroll, and miss it, not seeing how big this moment is. But if you felt the weight, the restlessness, the ups and downs of these past weeks, it wasn't for nothing. It was getting you ready. Tomorrow morning is your fresh start, your first mark on what's next. Don't force it. Don't fake it. Just move with the quiet certainty that what you do matters. What you think, what you choose, even the small stuff, it all sends out a wave. That wave won't just shape your path. It might light it up. Once it does, you can't look away. Are you ready for what's waiting? Thanks for sticking with me. If this resonated and you'd like more, consider subscribing. Your support means a lot. Feel free to drop your thoughts or experiences below. Until next time, take care and hit that subscribe button for more insights.